The Tragical History of Dr. Faustus, from the quarto of 1616, by Christopher Marlowe. This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information, or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Dramatis Personae. Chorus.
Read by Noel Badrian.
Faustus.
Read by David Goldfarb.
Mephistopheles.
Read by Adam Wybray.
Wagner.
Read by Chuck Williamson.
Valdis.
Read by Kevin Johnson.
Cornelius.
Read by Wupperhippo.
Good Angel.
Read by April Gonzalez.
Evil Angel.
Read by Capricia Page.
Clown.
Read by Alan Mapstone.
First Scholar.
Read by Lauren Burwell.
Second Scholar.
Read by Tiffany Halla Colonna.
Third Scholar.
Read by Elizabeth Klatt.
Lucifer.
Read by Chuck Williamson.
Beelzebub.
Read by Miss Avarice.
Pride. Read by Algie Pug. Covetousness.
Read by Alan Mapstone.
Envy.
Read by Christine G.
Wrath.
Read by Rhonda Fetterman.
Gluttony.
Read by Charlotte Duckett.
Sloth.
Read by Capricia Page.
Lechery.
Read by Lauren Burwell.
Robin.
Read by Alan Mapstone.
Dick.
Read by Elizabeth Klatt.
The Pope.
Read by Martin Geeson.
Raymond.
Read by Charlotte Duckett.
Bruno.
Read by Wupperhippo.
Cardinal of France.
Read by Larry Womack.
Archbishop of Rheims. Read by Algie Pug. Friar.
Read by Liberty Stump.
Vintner.
Read by Wupperhippo.
Martino.
Read by Wupperhippo.
Frederick.
Read by Anna Simon.
Benvolio.
Read by Cliff Thompson.
Emperor Charles V.
Read by Alan Mapstone.
Duke of Saxony.
Read by Charlotte Duckett.
First Soldier.
Read by Tiffany Halla Colonna.
Second Soldier. Read by Algie Pug. Horse Courser.
Read by Phil Benson.
Carter.
Read by Phil Benson.
Hostess.
Read by Lauren Burwell.
Duke of Van Holt.
Read by John Trevithick.
Duchess of Van Holt.
Read by Dwan.
Servant to the Duke of Van Holt. Read by Algie Pug. Old Man. Read by Algie Pug. Cardinal of Padua.
Read by John Trevithick.
Narrator. Read by Algie Pug. End of Dramatis Personae. Act 1. Scene 1. Enter Chorus.
Not marching in the fields of Thrasymene, where Mars did mate the warlike Carthagins, nor sporting in the dalliance of love, in courts of kings where state is overturned, nor in the pomp of proud audacious deeds, intends our muse to vaunt her heavenly verse. Only this, gentles, we must now perform, the form of Faustus's fortunes, good or bad. And now to patient judgments we appeal, and speak for Faustus in his infancy. Now he is born of parents base of stock, in Germany, within a town called Rhodes. At riper years to Wittenberg he went, whereas his kinsmen chiefly brought him up. So much he profits in divinity, that shortly he was graced with doctor's name, excelling all, and sweetly can dispute in the heavenly matters of theology, till swollen with cunning of a self-conceit, his waxen wings did mount above his reach, and, melting, heavens conspired his overthrow. For, falling to a devilish exercise, and glutted now with learning's golden gifts, he surfeits upon cursed necromancy, Nothing so sweet as magic is to him, which he prefers before his chiefest bliss. And this the man that in his study sits.
Exit. Scene 2. Faustus, discovered in his study.
Settle thy studies, Faustus, and begin to sound the depth of that thou wilt profess. Having commenced, be a divine in show, yet level at the end of every art, and live and die in Aristotle's works. Sweet analytics, 'tis thou hast ravished me. Bene disserere est finis logices. Is to dispute well logic's chiefest end. Affords this art no greater miracle? Then read no more. Thou hast attained that end. A greater subject fitteth Faustus' wit. Bid economy farewell, and Galen come. Be a physician, Faustus. Heap up gold, and be eternized for some wondrous cure. Suum bonum medicinae sanitas. The end of physic is our body's health. Why, Faustus, hast thou not attained that end? Are not thy bills hung up as monuments, whereby whole cities have escaped the plague, and thousand desperate maladies been cured? Yet art thou still but Faustus and a man. Couldst thou make men to live eternally, or being dead raise them to life again, then this profession were to be esteemed. Physic, farewell. Where is Justinian?
Reads.
Si una edemque res legatur duobus, alter rem, alter valorem re, etc. A petty case of paltry legacies.
Reads.
Ex hereditere filium non potest pater, nisi, etc. Such is the subject of the institute and universal body of the law. This study fits a mercenary drudge, who aims at nothing but external trash, too servile and illiberal for me. When all is done, divinity is best. Jerome's Bible, Faustus, view it well.
Reads.
Stipendium peccati mors est. Stipendium, etc. The reward of sin is death. That's hard.
Reads.
Si peccasse negamus, fallimur, et nulla est in nobis veritas. If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and there is no truth in us. Why, then, belike we must sin, and so consequently die. Aye, we must die an everlasting death. What doctrine call you this? Que sera, sera, what will be, shall be? Divinity, adieu. These metaphysics of magicians and necromantic books are heavenly. Lines, circles, scenes, letters, and characters. Aye, these are those that Faustus most desires. Oh, what a world of profit and delight, of power, of honour, and omnipotence is promised to the studious artisan! All things that move between the quiet poles shall be at my command. Emperors and kings are but obeyed in their several provinces, but his dominion that exceeds in this stretcheth as far as doth the mind of man. A sound magician is a demigod. Here tire my brains to gain a deity.
Enter Wagner.
Wagner, commend me to my dearest friends, the German Valdez and Cornelius. Request them earnestly to visit me.
I will, sir.
Exit.
Their conference will be a greater help to me than all my labours. Plod I ne'er so fast.
Enter good angel and evil angel.
O Faustus, lay that Jamberg aside. and gaze not on it, lest it tempt thy soul, and heap God's heavy wrath upon thy head. Read the Scriptures. That is blasphemy.
Go forward, Faustus, in that famous art wherein all nature's treasure is contained. Be thou on earth as Jove is in the sky, Lord and commander of these elements.
Exeunt Angels.
How am I glutted with conceit of this! Shall I make spirits fetch me what I please? Resolve me of all ambiguities? Perform what desperate enterprise I will? I'll have them fly to India for gold, ransack the ocean for orient pearl, and search all corners of the new-found world for pleasant fruits and princely delicates. I'll have them read me strange philosophy, and tell the secrets of all foreign kings. I'll have them wall all Germany with brass, and make swift Rhine circle fair Wittenberg. I'll have them fill the public schools with silk, wherewith the students shall be bravely clad. I'll levy soldiers with the coin they bring, and chase the Prince of Parma from our land, and reign sole king of all the provinces. Yea, stranger engines for the brunt of war than was the fiery keel at Antwerp bridge, I'll make my servile spirits to invent.
Enter Valdez and Cornelius.
Come, German Valdez and Cornelius, and make me blessed with your sage conference. Valdez, sweet Valdez, and Cornelius, know that your words have won me at the last to practice magic and concealed arts. Philosophy is odious and obscure. Both law and physic are for petty wits. 'Tis magic, magic that hath ravished me. Then, gentle friends, aid me in this attempt, and I, that have with subtle syllogisms gravelled the pastors of the German Church, and made the flowering pride of Wittenberg swarm to my problems as the infernal spirits on sweet Musaeus when he came to hell, will be as cunning as Agrippa was, whose shadow made all Europe honour him.
Faustus, these books, thy wit, and our experience, shall make all nations to canonize us. As Indian Moors obey their Spanish lords, so shall the spirits of every element be always serviceable to us three. Like lions shall they guard us when we please, like Almain rutters with their horsemen's staves, or Lapland giants trotting by our sides, sometimes like women or unwedded maids, shadowing more beauty in their airy brows than have the white breasts of the Queen of Love. From Venice shall they drag huge argosies, and from America the golden fleece that yearly stuffs old Philip's treasury, if learned Faustus will be resolute.
Valdez, as resolute am I in this as thou to live. Therefore object it not.
The miracles that magic will perform will make thee vow to study nothing else. He that is grounded in astrology, enriched with tongues, well seen in minerals, hath all the principles magic doth require. Then doubt not, Faustus, but to be renowned and more frequented for this mystery than heretofore the Delphian oracle. The spirits tell me they can dry the sea and fetch the treasure of all foreign wrecks. Yea, all the wealth that our forefathers hid within the massy entrails of the earth. Then tell me, Faustus, what shall we three want?
Nothing, Cornelius. Oh, this cheers my soul. Come, show me some demonstrations magical, that I may conjure in some bushy grove, and have these joys in full possession.
Then haste thee to some solitary grove, and bear wise Bacon's and Albertus's works, the Hebrew Psalter and New Testament, and whatsoever else is requisite we will inform thee ere our conference cease.
Valdez, first let him know the words of art, and then all other ceremonies learned, Faustus may try his cunning by himself.
First I'll instruct thee in the rudiments, and then wilt thou be perfecter than I.
Then come and dine with me, and after meat we'll canvass every quiddity thereof. For, ere I sleep, I'll try what I can do. This night I'll conjure, though I die therefore.
Exeunt. Scene 3. Enter two scholars.
I wonder what's become of Faustus, that was wont to make our schools ring with sic probo.
That shall we presently know. Here comes his boy.
Enter Wagner.
How now, sir? Where's thy master?
God in heaven knows.
Why, dost not thou know then?
Yes, I know, but that follows not.
Go to, sir, leave your jesting, and tell us where he is.
That follows not by force of argument, which you, being licentiates, should stand upon. Therefore acknowledge your error, and be attentive.
Then you will not tell us?
You are deceived, for I will tell you. Yet if you were not dunces, you would never ask me such a question. For is he not corpus naturale? And is not that mobile? Then wherefore should you ask me such a question? But that I am by nature phlegmatic, slow to wrath, and prone to lechery. To love, I would say. It were not for you to come within 40 foot of the place of execution, although I do not doubt but to see you both hanged the next sessions. Thus, having triumphed over you, I will set my countenance like a precisian, and begin to speak thus. Truly, my dear brethren, my master is within at dinner, with Valdes and Cornelius, as this wine, if it could speak, would inform your worships. And so the Lord bless you, preserve you, and keep you, my dear brethren.
Exit.
O Faustus, then I fear, which I have long suspected, that thou art fallen into that damned art, for which they two are infamous through the world.
Were he a stranger, not allied to me, the danger of his soul would make me mourn. But come, let us go and inform the rector. It may be his grave counsel may reclaim him.
I fear me nothing will reclaim him now.
Yet let us see what we can do.
Exeunt. End of Act 1.